Hey guys, welcome back to Seneca and PhoeNyx Viewpoints. I am Seneca.
And I'm PhoeNyx.
And this is our top movies for 2021 and our 3 honorable mentions for 2021. So let's get right into it. I'm going to go first. My number 10 is The Harder They Fall. And this it was a Netflix movie, and it took real characters and put them into a fictional story, but I still like the way that it was done, and the way that they celebrate these characters that normally don't get celebrated.
My number 10 is Harder They Fall as well. I love the fact that they use real characters, real people, and I love the Chadwick Boseman tributes throughout the movie. That was dope.
All right, now number 9 for me on my list is Without Remorse, and it's really because I love these type movies like Man Apart, Man on Fire. Like if you've seen Commando on a Schwarzenegger's movie, like they kidnap his daughter or whatever, like those like, you know what I'm saying, you mess with my family, I'm gonna come tear down everything type movies. I really like those movies, so that's why I made my list.
My number 9 is King Kong versus Godzilla. I love that movie. I just really learned about King Kong and Godzilla last year, so by the time this movie came out, I was a fan and I was ready for it. It's number 9 on my list because I feel like it wasn't enough. It wasn't a fair amount of time between the both of them. But overall, it was a good movie.
Okay, now my number 8 is The Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It. I do like the Conjuring movies. I don't like a lot of people's scary movies. The Conjuring series is one that I do like, and I thought it was a good movie. It was one of the, not scary, but just like, man, this is crazy, but you can still, see how it could, maybe happen or whatever if you, believe in the spiritual realm and those types of things.
My number 8 is Tomorrow War. That movie was amazing because, it's like something like that could really happen. And I like the way that towards the end I thought it was going to end stupid, but overall they end up still saving the world. So it's definitely a must-see if you have not seen it. It's on Prime.
My number 7 from 2021 is Shang-Chi and the Legends of the Ten Rings. This movie, I loved watching this movie. I thought the cinematography was really good. The storyline was good. I didn't know, and still don't know a whole lot about Shang-Chi. This was my first really time being exposed to this character on this level, but I'm interested to see what else they're going to do with him and, where the story goes from here.
My number 7 is Judas and the Black Messiah. That movie was good. I didn't really know much about that outside of, they helped the Black Panthers, did the Wick and stuff like that. Outside of that, I really ain't know much of the backstory of how he got killed and stuff. So it was a good, informative movie. It's an emotional roller coaster, but it's worth it.
My number 6 was King Richard, and I just really like the story, man. The man, and his daughter's coming up and becoming, two of the greatest tennis players ever. There, I thought that was just, I'm saying, that's just a big deal, man, and it's a big deal for little girls to see it. Just for people coming to see it in general, and to see how they got there. And I mean, because it's never easy. But it was really good, man. I thought Will did his thing. I don't know the two young girls who played Venus and Serena's name, but they did their thing too.
My number 6 is A Quiet Place 2. It was good. I loved it. It kind of made more. It made the first movie make more sense to me because I was confused at first. Like, why are they quiet? I never understood it. So number 2 was basically like the prequel of how they got to where they were, and then after the first one, it was good. And I learned that the little girl who was deaf, she is actually really deaf.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
And the man who played the father, he made everybody on set learn sign language just for her. So that was dope as well.
Right, number 5 on my list is Judas and the Black Messiah. Definitely love this movie. I've watched it multiple times. I love the story, man, and it is what it is. It's a hard truth of the country that we stay in, and where you stand on it, and how you feel about it. You can't deny that it's a factual story, so you gotta deal with it. It was a great movie, and again, I guess it really dealt with some of our truths, and just how we are as a community, and how certain situations you allow people to infiltrate, and the results is what they are. So it was like PhoeNyx was saying earlier, it's an emotional roller coaster, but it's definitely worth it. Like I said, I've seen it 3 or 4 times, so it's definitely a good movie. I'll definitely watch
it. My number 5 is The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. I waited all year for this movie to come out. I love Ed and Lorraine. I've read up on them, watched every movie. This one was one of their most controversial cases in their real life. So it was very interesting to see it play out on screen. If you haven't seen that one, you need to see it.
My number 4 is the Battle of the Titans, King Kong versus Godzilla. This was a movie that I honestly didn't think we was going to ever really get to. Like, even when we saw Skull Island, I wasn't sure that they were going to try to make these Titans go at it, and then from the size of Kong versus the size of Godzilla, I just didn't see how they would make it work. And then of course they timed it out to where it was decades in between Skull Island and when this movie actually took place, and I loved it. The discovery, and it's like just seeing like Middle Earth. That was dope. And I want to see more of it. I want to see what other creatures in Middle Earth. Is there more Kongs, more Godzillas, and what else is down there? So yeah, that was number 4 for me. I was Kong versus
My number 4 is King Richard. I love that movie. I'm a little. I just felt some type of way because I'm like, where was this movie when I was a kid? I loved playing. They were one of the reasons why I played tennis. Is because see black girls playing tennis and dominating. If that movie would have been out, that would have gave hope to a lot of us to keep pushing through everything to go for whatever you want to do. And just to see a father care about their child, like he was strict, but he was also like, I want you to be a kid. Like, you can do this if this is really what you want to do. But if not, we're going to do something else. So it was a good movie.
Number 3 on my list is Spider-Man No Way Home. If you ain't seen this movie, it's crazy. Like, no matter what generation of Spider-Man you came up with, there's something for you. No matter which one was your favorite, there's something for you in this movie. The fan service is definitely there, but it's done in the right way. You know what I mean? It's not overly done, and it's not forced.
Yes. My number 3 also is Spider-Man No Way Home. I love that. I got so much nostalgia seeing Toby and hearing him say that Mary Jane is good, and they got this family, and this how content he is with his life. That was just like I needed that.
Number 2 on my list was Doom, and I was very pleasantly surprised by how they put this movie off. This first installment of what is probably going to be a trilogy, but for those who know about Doom, could easily be way more than that, 6, 7, 8 movies. They can easily Marvel this that if to use a company who's had a long track record of making movies that are connected. They could do that type of situation with them. It's number 2 on my list. It was really good. If you have not checked it out, I'm telling you, like, if you like anything like Star Wars, that type of stuff, you definitely like this movie. And I would say check it out, man, because it's otherworldly, so to speak.
My number 2 is Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's the Justice League that we should have gotten the first time around. I loved it. I watched it multiple times. I love the way he brought the team together. I just love the overall concept of the movie. Did nothing seem forced. Everything flowed. The whole movie from beginning to end flowed together so smoothly that you didn't even realize that you sat through 4 hours of a movie. It was amazing.
I'm gonna just go on top of that because my number 1 movie of 2021 was one that I anticipated for 4 years, and I got an hour for every year and an extra 2 minutes added on to it, and it was Zack Snyder's Justice League. As PhoeNyx said, the Justice League that we should have gotten, with the real Amazon warrior and the real badass Aquaman and Cyborg, and really seeing what he can do and what levels and what he can, he go to. Flash. You could say he's the biggest, hero in the movie.
Yes.
For anybody who hasn't seen it, because I don't know what you're doing with your life.
Why you ain't seen
But
it yet?
this movie is a must see. It is 4 hours long, but it's if you like superhero movies, this movie is gonna feel like 2 hours, easy breezy. And it's good. It's also broken up into 6 parts. So if you wanted to watch it like a series, you could watch it in like a week. You know what I mean? So that's my number 1.
But I guarantee you won't.
Zack Snyder's Justice League. If you haven't seen it, check it out.
Okay, and my number 1 movie of 2021 was Doom. Now, this movie took me completely by surprise because I do not like Star Wars, Star Trek, none of that. I don't like those movies. So, this was my least anticipated movie of the year. And then I watched it and it drew me in. I've watched it a million times. I am so excited to see this story unfold and get more information on everything because I'm still learning everything it is to know about Doom. But it is my top movie of 2021.
All right, that is our list for our top 10 movies for 2021, and we have 3 honorable mentions. For me, it was the Fear Street movie trilogy that's on Netflix. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but it's wild and it's really good. It's one of them situations where it's like you kind of think you know where things are going,
and then as soon as you think you know what's going, they throw a curveball.
So that's my 3 honorable mentions.
Although it did not make it to any of my list,
that's Fear Street. It's because it's 3 of them. It's part 1, part 2, and part 3. So go check those out on Netflix, and those are my honorable mentions.
My honorable mentions. The first one is Without Remorse. That movie was good. That threw me for a loop. I thought it was going to go a different way. And he was so badass in that movie, like from jumping into the car while it's burning to going under the water and oh my goodness, I don't want to say too much because I don't know who watched what. But listen, it's probably one of my favorite Michael B. Jordan movies, hands down. My second one is Shang-Chi. I ain't really know much about that. It was on Disney. They had uploaded it to Disney Plus. I'm like, let me check it out. And I end up liking it. I've watched it at least 3 times already. I'm really into like mystical movies, dragons, all type of stuff. So that I'm hoping they put out more. You know, go deeper into the story so I can see what's going on. My third is Cruella. First of all, Emma Stone is amazing. I love her. And it's a Cruella. And I've always wanted to know why Cruella was the way that she was. And the way that they portrayed it was good. They did that completely. I like the way they set that up. That made sense for her to be the way she is.
Yeah, it was a good movie. It didn't make my list, but it was definitely a good movie. Those are our top 10 movies from 2021. What are your top 10 movies from 2021? Are any of your movies on our list?
Yes.
Please like.
And if they are on our list, if there's anything we didn't mention, why don't you tell us about it in the comments?
Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss uploaded content. Hit us in the comment section. Let us know.
Interact with us. We interact back.
Yeah, put your top 10 in there. Let us know something. Till next time.
See ya.
Peace.